I don't understand Harry and Meghan in the least. I mean, they proclaim the highest priority in family time. They proclaim to care about love and being close. They proclaim to value kindness and mental health and the importance of early childhood development. So, how on earth can they justify being away from their small children so often? How much time alone do they really need? So much for their privacy. If they're trying to explain away their vacation in the Caribbean as a way to save their marriage, then it's really just confirmation that their marriage has been in trouble this whole time. All these months that have passed with them countering all the rumors and all the divorce speculation by making public spectacles of themselves, acting all lovey dovey and close, I mean, obviously that was all an act. We keep hearing, though, that they are so deeply in love with each other. I mean, seriously? If they really do love each other so much, then why do they have to convince us that they're so in love? What kind of couple that has marital problems goes around publicizing themselves as taking a time out to avoid couples therapy? So maybe they've given up on their world privacy tour and now they've kicked off their couples avoiding therapy tour? This story is just more PR nonsense, and I don't believe a word of it. Real couples who feel genuine love for each other don't have to go around advertising their love all the time. They just live it. They don't go around courting the media and publicizing it for everybody to see. And why do they have to get rid of their invisible children as a part of this therapy process? We've seen this so many times in Hollywood. Every couple says the same thing. First, they deny that their marriage is in trouble. And then, all of a sudden, we wake up and we hear the news they're getting divorced. So obviously, this is exactly what is going on with Meghan and Harry. Soon, there's going to be an official announcement that they're getting divorced, and then we'll see some of the nastiest public fights we have ever seen. We keep hearing that Meghan and Harry are working on a plan for the future. I mean, we're rebranding, we're reinventing ourselves, we're relaunching, we're making a comeback. We're tired of hearing about it. All this PR is trying to convince us that Meghan and Harry really are relevant and important, and they're so fascinating, and we've just got to wake up and see what is right in front of us. No, we see what is right in front of us, and we don't like it. It's never been the problem that we didn't have enough of them. They live in a fantasy world. I mean, most people are not in love with them at all. Most people either don't care about them or despise them. And we're getting tired of it. We have been oversaturated with PR nonsense about Meghan and Harry. We're tired of it. Most of us at this point just feel indifferent. And unfortunately, when the divorce announcement finally comes, that is not going to spell the end of news about Meghan and Harry. That's when we're going to start getting more stories about how nasty Meghan is behind the scenes, how cruel and abusive Harry was behind the scenes. It's going to be incessant. Meghan and Harry are trying to convince the public that they went on this romantic getaway to the Caribbean because they needed some time alone. Well, what do they do all the time? How did they require this romantic vacation alone to de-stress? I mean, what have they been doing that's been so stressful? There is a lot about this that doesn't make a bit of sense. If they really are such loving parents, then how could they travel without their children so often? I wonder how they are going to get themselves out of this mess. It's not going to be easy. During the whole Invictus debacle, Meghan Markle was high off her face on something. And Harry didn't seem like he was very happy to have her take over his Netflix project, looking like a crazy person that had just been let out of the psych ward. She humiliated him with her insane jumping and clapping, opening her shirt, hugging anyone who got close enough to hug, trying to act like she's empathetic. I mean, come on. It was such an embarrassing, desperate performance by the wife of a prince. I guess she was too high to go home, and so Harry had to get Eugenie to help get her back to some kind of normalcy. Who has ever heard, though, of them getting marriage counseling? They don't even live together. Meghan is on her own path now, and Harry's just all mixed up. He's miserable, and unfortunately, it looks like he can't live without her in charge because she has brainwashed him completely. He can't even think for himself now. Now, maybe they really did go to Canouan. Maybe they needed some time away from the alcohol and the drugs. They needed to be in the sunshine. Maybe they needed a little time to fully accept the fact that their careers are in the toilet. I don't know. Meghan looks rough. I will hand her that. I mean, she looks anorexic and she is desperate for friends. But at this point, nobody in Hollywood wants to hang out with her. She's got the stench. She's a loser. And clearly, she is self medicating with something. I don't know what. Probably something her mama gets her. Meghan has been so hurt lately, maybe the last 10 months, because nothing is happening according to her plan. Everything she has tried has blown up in her face. So the only way she has to cope is to use her favorite party favors. At this point, she's not getting the attention in the media that she wants, so she's got to use something to help her cope. And she's still so convinced that success is right around the corner, that the next event she does is going to be the one that finally turns things around for her. That's going to be the one that will launch her into the Hollywood A-list. Well, nobody ever claimed that Meghan had a very close relationship to reality. I don't deny marriage, if you are a celebrity, is a very difficult thing to make last. But most celebrities who have been through this just minded their own business. They didn't make a public spectacle of their marriage the way that Harry and Meghan do. I'm so tired of Meghan and Harry acting like they are so special, like they're the only couple who has ever faced problems. No, Meghan and Harry, you're not special. In fact, you are depressingly ordinary. Their marriage was also founded upon lies. I mean, Meghan lied about being pregnant to get Harry to marry her, trying to deal with the problems that she started causing. Obviously, the Queen, probably in the earliest stages of bone cancer. Prince Philip was dying, and her advanced age and the fact that she had never come across anything like Meghan before, she probably felt like she didn't know how to handle it. And she trusted that Harry would do whatever was necessary to get Meghan to calm down. Meghan had also shown the royal family that if they dared to say no to her, she was just going to call them racist. And in today's politically correct climate, you don't want to be called racist. The royal family has to care about their reputation, so they just wanted to take the path of least resistance. I don't blame them for that. But the royal family still has an ace card up their sleeve. They can just announce to the world that the children aren't real. And of course, Meghan would fire back with accusations of racism, but at that point, she's going to be exposed as a liar, and nobody's going to believe a word she has to say. When we take a step back and try to look at this situation objectively, it also becomes clear that Meghan and Harry are not all that important anyway. William was born first. William has 3 beautiful children. William will one day inherit the throne, not Harry, not Meghan. So at the end of the day, we don't need to worry too much about what Meghan tries to do. We can just focus on the entertainment that Meghan and Harry are providing by always insisting that the kids are real, but at the same time contradicting what they have to say from one day to the next, and always producing these photoshopped pictures that show different kids every single time. We can all just sit back and look forward to the day when all Meghan's lies are exposed. Because as the years pass, the children should be getting older, and it's only going to become increasingly difficult to keep up this whole facade. Eventually, the truth will come out, and I believe that will take care of the Meghan problem for good. And do you agree with the views in my video? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments. If you think my video is useful, don't be afraid to like and share it with anyone else who would enjoy it anytime you want. And please subscribe to Kate Middleton and the Queen channel to get more updates in the future. Again, thank you so much for watching, goodbye, and I'll be back to see you tonight.